Patrick Tucker is a senior editor at Defense One, and he joins us now live from Washington. Good to have you on the program. Now, if the reports are confirmed, how significant would the decision to have General Lloyd Austin as the U.S. Defense Secretary?
Well, it's the most important national security position in the United States government. It is a historic pick. He is the first African American to hold that position, and a very surprising pick. Most Washington, D.C. watchers in the national security community were expecting Michelle Flournoy, who also served in the Obama administration as Undersecretary for Policy, considered the heavy favorite. There was also some speculation that it would be Jeh Johnson, former DHS secretary. So the pick of Lloyd Austin is very surprising to a lot of people. He has been somewhat away from the limelight, and he wasn't considered one of the most likely picks. But nevertheless, there's been multiple confirmations from a variety of outlets, including CNN and the New York Times, on the original story by Politico, that it will in fact be Lloyd Austin, with an announcement coming perhaps as soon as tomorrow.
And what will his priorities be, and what will the fact that he's been away from the limelight, as you say, what impact will that have on his role?
Well, it's hard to say. His experience in Central Command is very much part of the reason Joe Biden picked him. He has a personal relationship with Joe Biden, particularly going back to 2011 and the post-combat security situation there, where he was an advisor to the entire U.S. government on several important matters, including Nouri al-Maliki, where he agreed with Joe Biden that it was prudent to build a government around al-Maliki. But none of that speaks to the security challenges of the 21st century. He has very little experience with China, very little experience with Russia, which the Pentagon considers to be the two primary competitors to United States influence and power. So it's hard to see how he's going to pivot U.S. forces to more securely face those two competitors. That remains to be seen. He'll have a lot of opportunity, especially in his Senate confirmation hearings, to address that. And some U.S. lawmakers, including Representative Mike Gallagher, who is a former Marine who served in Iraq, have said that while Lloyd Austin is a great patriot, they have questions about whether or not he's suited for this role at this moment in time.
That's an interesting point you raised there, and the fact that you don't know if he can meet the security challenges of the 21st century, especially China and Russia. What has been the reaction among your circles as in defense, as an editor, and also another reaction from the defense circles?
Well, there's been two reactions, really. The first is shock, and the second is silence. Even people that are close to Lloyd Austin were very surprised by the move. There hasn't been a lot to say about him one way or the other, because people, again, are mostly sort of surprised that it wasn't Michelle Flournoy. There's been some on the left, a little bit of relief, because many people thought Michelle Flournoy was too close to industry. At the same time, Lloyd Austin is a board member on Raytheon, a major defense contractor, so he's no less close to industry than Michelle Flournoy. But other than that, there hasn't been much yet. It's been sort of like a stunned silence. And I think that as the nomination proceeds, as he faces confirmation, that's when you'll begin to see more reactions. But right now, it's just stunned silence, really.
Stunned silence. Patrick Tucker, thank you so much for coming on the program. We appreciate it.